Yo, what's up? It's your boy Bike with another video. Today I am looking for a drawing application that I can use on the S8 Ultra, and so I am going to be reviewing 5 different art applications. And if y'all like any of the 5, feel free to go download it, rock with whatever that really gravitates to you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I do content just like this every single week, so consider subscribing. You do not want to miss an upload. So first of all, I just want to lay out like some parameters of this review. I am not going to be going through like the numbers, like the DPI. Like, I'm not gonna nerd out on this review. We're not gonna be talking about the resolution, the DPI, and the if I export this at 24 by 36 and try to make a t-shirt, will it will the DPI stand or will it go down? I ain't talking about none of that, just really no like technical type stuff, simply because I'm looking for an application that I can just simply get in, start drawing. It looks nice. The tools help me sketch and draw as quick and as fast as possible. So that's basically what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm going to be scoring these applications on. Now, if you're looking for something that you can draw from start to finish and end up with like a commission level type of drawing, then you need to rock with Clip Studio Paint. All right, go ahead, pay that subscription and go ahead, rock out the Clip Studio Paint. That's your guy. That's your application right there. So with that being said, we're gonna start it off. So IBIS Paint is a free art application, and when you open it up, it looks exactly like a free application. I kid you not. Like, this thing looks like I took a 24-hour coding boot camp class from Fiverr and tried to make an art application. Now, don't get me wrong, you probably can make some fire art from this application. Not saying that, but I'm just saying the look of it, it looks subpar on just how it looks. And then it's also free because it has banner ads at the top of it or whatever. So getting into it, let's talk about the drawing experience. I'm drawing in it, and I don't like the brush engine. I don't like the brush selection. Like, and maybe I missed it, but I don't like the look. The pencil tool, I really love I'm a sucker for like an art application with a good pencil tool. Like, I'm just a sucker for that. This application really doesn't have it. Like, it don't have it. So, I still, try to sketch on it and, make it do what it do. And, you can sketch on it, you can draw on it or whatever, but the look of it just really, really killed it for me. The look of I just can't rock with it, right? To me, this application is more for like people who are just getting into digital art, a little bit younger, I would say, a little bit of younger demographic or whatever. But hey, if you rocking with IBIS Paint, shout out to you. Next up, we have Art Flow. Now, Art Flow, when I first opened this application up, it gave me flashbacks of Sketchbook Pro, simply because they don't try to put toolbars and different tools and everything like they kind of get out your way and just let you draw. It's an open canvas or whatever, minimal buttons and things like that. You have to actually click on the upper right hand corner to actually drop down some of the menus and some of the toolbars or whatever. And I like that aspect of it, but it's a little bit too minimalistic. Like, they went a little bit too overboard with it. I didn't really like it, right? I didn't really like it. And then another thing is, they limit you do have to, this is not a free application, you do have to pay, and I didn't even look at how much it costs. I'll put it up on the screen how much it costs, but I didn't look up how much it costs. But just looking at the brush selection of what you get when you pay for it, it's not really that many brushes. I think you can customize some of the brushes or whatever, but it's just a little bit too minimalistic for me, and I wouldn't pay. I don't really see anything this art application can do that other art applications can't do better. So I wouldn't really pay for it. Like it's kind of, Artflow is kind of in this weird position. Like there's other art applications that you can pay for that's way better, but then there's free art applications that, you know, may not be as good as Artflow, but do you really want to pay for that? Like when you can just make do with IBIS Paint. Like I'll make do with IBIS Paint. If the IBIS Paint and Artflow was my two choices, I would choose IBIS Paint. I would just deal with the mediocreness of IBIS Paint over Artflow. I don't know, but if you rocking with Artflow, you know, shout out to you. And then next up we have Krita. Now, Krita, I kind of went in on Krita on my last review. I think it was I reviewed it on the S7 Plus, and I kind of went in on it, and you know, people let me know. You know, Krita has a strong community. You know, shout out to y'all. They let me know that this was in fact the beta version for Android. This wasn't the full version. They made sure to let me know that. And I said, okay, I'll let y'all slide this time. I'm gonna come back and y'all better improve something. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm back and I'm reviewing it. So it has been improved. A lot of the glitches that I found in the first or the beta version is no longer there. I actually enjoyed myself actually drawing on Krita, and I would even consider putting Krita into my digital art application rotation, right? But there are a few things that I just didn't like, and one of those things was the selection, how they go about doing the selection tool. So I was drawing and I got, you know, the mouth kind of out of position. So I'm like, okay, let me just select it and I'll move it. So I selected, I moved it up, but then the selection tool never disappeared. You know, usually when you hit the selection, you know, you move it, you hit okay, that means you're done. Like you're done with the selection. And so usually it disappears. At least it does on Clip Studio Paint. It disappears, but it's still there. So I'm like, okay, how do I get rid of this? Because I can't draw. I can't finish my drawing, you know, because this one little section is selected. And so I had to Google search. I couldn't figure it out, so I had to Google search, and it said use the magic wand and tap on the gray area off the screen. That didn't work. And so I ended up having to go to the selection and then going to deselect to actually deselect the selection. And there is a keyboard shortcut key, but I ain't using no keyboard. I'm on the S8 Ultra. I ain't buy that keyboard accessory. And I have a Bluetooth keyboard, but I don't want to use it. I just want to use my tablet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring all those other accessories. I just want to draw on my tablet. And this is the thing about art applications, that it just feels like they just ported the PC version onto the tablet. And so I come to actually realize that, you know, I'm really looking for a different experience, different drawing experience from what I experience on my computer. And that would be the I would say the downside to Krita for me, people in the comments, for me. If you rocking it, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Krita folks, they come at you in the comments. They go hard. But I still would consider putting this into my rotation after all of what I said. I like the brush engine. Krita has always had unique and good brushes. They have a good community of artists and things like that to answer your questions and things like that, right? So I would still consider putting it in to my rotation. Now, next up is my favorite computer drawing application, which is Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint, amazing application, amazing. It seems like every month, every 2 months or something like that, they come up with a new update, right? They're always trying to improve upon their application, and that's something that I can respect. I really can respect that. But just like Krita, Clip Studio Paint is just a ported version of the PC version, and I'm drawing on my tablet. I'm looking for a different experience. Like I'm looking for an art application that's built from the ground up, that has mobile tablet or Android tablets in mind. I want gestures. I want a bigger screen real estate. And I know, before y'all come for me in the comments, I know you can set up your workflow and things. I know this, right? I've been rocking with Clip Studio Paint for a minute. I know this, but I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. I want it to come out the box like how I want it. And another thing is I'm not paying that subscription fee. And I know it ain't nothing but like $2 or $3 a month or whatever it is, but I ain't paying that. Right? I'm not paying that for my use case scenario. Now, you making comics, you doing this on a professional level, and you need the exact same thing that you have on your PC, you need it on your tablet. Go ahead, rock out, right? Do your thing, rock out, Clip Studio Paint. That's your application, do what you do. But I ain't looking for that, right? I'm just looking for something to sketch, something to, practice, and possibly I can turn into something. If it looks like I can turn it into something, I would just transfer it over and draw it with my PC. And to be honest with you, since Krita and Clip Studio Paint are kind of doing the same thing as far as like porting their PC version to Android, I would probably choose Krita over Clip Studio Paint, simply because Krita is free and Clip Studio Paint, you have to do the subscription plan. And I know you can, draw on Clip Studio Paint for free for like an hour a day, so it's safe, but you can essentially draw all day on it, but you can't save it. So it's like, if you finally do come up with a concept that you want or whatever, you can't even save it. So I'm rocking with Krita. I'm putting Krita over Clip Studio Paint. That's how we rock it. Now, next up is gonna be Infinite Painter. Now I've been dipping and dabbing in Infinite Painter, but I've spent some more time when I got this S8 Ultra, just because of the bigger screen, drawing on Infinite Painter. And I gotta say, it feels nice. The brushes, I love the brushes. I love the gestures. I think it's 3 taps for undo. Yeah, 3 fingers, 2 tap for undo, and something for redo. I forget, but there's a lot of different gestures that you can use. You can, bring your color wheel out and have it on the drawing screen. And the thing that I love the most, and I use the most, is the ability to put a reference on the screen. Like, I love that. You put the reference on the screen, and you can zoom in, zoom out, or whatever, and it's independent of your actual drawing. And then also you can color pick from that reference. I love that. And also they have the ability, you know, to customize your brushes and everything else like that. And then the look of it is a mix between Sketchbook Pro, right? It kind of looks like Sketchbook Pro as far as its minimalistic look, but it's not too minimum like Artflow, right? It doesn't look like bare bones like Artflow. It looks like they purposely made it minimal versus Artflow's. We ain't really got that many brushes. We ain't really. I don't really know how to do all of that, so we just gonna make it bare bone. I don't know. I'm just messing with y'all. But Infinite Painter, I like Infinite Painter's minimalistic look. It draws you in to actually draw, and the gestures, the clean look, right? Not too crowded with the toolbars and everything else like that. That shows that this application was built from the ground up for mobile tablets, and that's what I like. That's what I like to see from a Android drawing application. So this is what I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with Infinite Painter. And another thing, you know, I just thought about something. It would be so funny if like next month Clip Studio Paint like come up with a new update talking about, oh, now we have tablet mode and we introducing gestures, and you know, you can put your reference on your screen, you know, color pick, and you know, do all of those things like that. It would be so funny if they did that, because that whole rant that I did about not paying the $2 subscription fee or whatever, yeah, I would probably pay the subscription fee if they did that.